Today I've got a big box to fill and a lot of glass dishes to declutter. We got a new set of Corelle dishes for Christmas, and it came with more than what we had originally, so that meant we needed to clear some space. I am getting rid of some sentimental things that just don't mean a whole lot to me anymore, and that's okay. With every year that passes, the older I get, I begin to realize that not everything needs to hold sentimental value anymore. Some of these dishes were from a significant or fun time in our lives, and it was great then, but we don't ever use them anymore, so there's really no point in us hanging on to them. This whole collection is filled with so many random items, and let's be honest, I never actually used a lot of them, like ever. I remember getting some of these from my parents when they found them at a garage sale, and they knew we were moving into our first home with not a lot of things, so they were just helping us out. I'm also getting rid of quite a few souvenirs. And let me tell you, we do not buy many souvenirs anymore because it is such an easy way to accumulate clutter in your home. In my experience, souvenirs are just not practical. So that is all for this box, but make sure to stick around for more clutter, and if you want to hear more about this box in particular, check out the full video on my YouTube channel. And one last reminder I want to send you with today is that clutter does not have to control you, so don't let it. If you want to take back your home, start with one box at a time and see how it goes. Today I'm unpacking a box rather than filling it. I'm still breastfeeding, so when another friend of mine finished her journey and offered all of these things to me, I thought, why not? There is no sense in throwing away perfectly good breastfeeding items that can make a huge difference in someone else's life. Since I have pretty much everything I need already, I'm just divvying up these items to pass along to other new moms who are just getting started on their journeys. The phrase that comes to my mind when doing this is literally divide and conquer. The way I see it, there's no sense in letting any of these items go to waste. I absolutely love it when moms and other parents can rally together and show up for others and be that village that they might just be needing. I've heard that breastfeeding is free, and while I do see that the milk itself may not cost, everything else that goes into pumping and supporting yourself and your family and your baby, none of that is free. And that is why I will never let these items go to waste. It's time to clear out the stuff that no longer serves any purpose. It's amazing what you'll find in closets or storage areas that you no longer look through anymore. I recently reorganized our entry closet and had a bunch of stuff that I didn't realize I still had. And these scrunchies from my inventory back when I was running an Etsy shop, which I don't do anymore, or some old nursery decor that we just never ended up wanting to use. And don't get me started on old baby stuff. The amount of things from my kids is literally unreal. And now we're moving on to accessories for old Apple Watches. Technology evolves and accessories do not evolve with them. I think it's just a fact of life at this point. And now for my most annoying mistakes that I will never learn from is the things that I forget to return to Amazon before the window closes. Oh, and some straggler scrunchies. And that's all for this box, but don't forget to follow along for more. I just want to take a minute to acknowledge all the women out there who were not expecting their feet to grow during pregnancy and therefore had to say goodbye to a lot of their favorite shoes. I'm not kidding. It's tough out there. As what I call myself a retired shopaholic who still dabbles in the occasional impulsive shopping, me letting go of these shoes is actually like a really big deal. I'm currently 9 months postpartum with my second kid, and I truly do not see any hope of my feet shrinking to the point that I could wear any of these shoes ever again. Actually, I probably wouldn't even wear these Uggs anyway, but you get the point. So if you've ever been pregnant and you did not know that your feet would grow, I see you. I'm here for you. And if you've been pregnant and your feet didn't grow, damn, what's that like? My feet grew with both kids. Even shoes that I bought after my first son was born, those still don't even fit me now after my second son. Like seriously, I did not expect them to grow again. I thought it was like a one and done thing, but guess not. Anyway, moving on. Clearly I still have a lot of junk to get through and boxes to fill, so hit the like button and follow along for more. 3 years ago, I started filling diaper boxes with clutter, and it literally changed my life. So let's fill another one. Today we're tackling things we should have gotten rid of a while ago. Like these pants that were given to my husband that never fit his calves, and these shirts for breastfeeding. They just never worked for me. And these shoes that were gifted to me a long time ago, they were always too big, and then when my feet grew through pregnancy and they finally fit me, well then they just hurt and I couldn't wear them. I like to hold on to a couple phone cases here and there, but I don't even have that phone anymore, so it's time for that one to go. Wasn't it cute though? I'm also clearing out 3 sets of curtains. We finally replaced our basement curtains with a matching set, so I'm going to get rid of these and I'm not going to save them because I promise I will not need them later. That is definitely one reason why I ended up with so much clutter to begin with, because I was saving everything just in case I needed it. Oh, and this is a robe that I got as a freebie from Ulta and I just never liked it, so it's gone, whatever. And some old decor that's been hanging around for a while, but we don't really need it anymore. And now that box has been filled, I swear it's like a little bit of stress has been lifted from my cluttered life. My rule for the last few years has been 1 box in, 1 box out. But that's all for this box. Make sure to follow along for more decluttering. Today I'm filling up a diaper box full of things that don't make sense for me to keep. First would be shoes. LOL, yes, more shoes. These are actually from high school, and I haven't worn them since high school, which is actually 10 years this month. My reunion is actually this weekend, and I still haven't decided if I'm going. These shoes were from when I dressed up as Felicity Shagwell for Halloween. My husband was Austin Powers, and our baby boy was none other than Fat Bastard. It's probably my top favorite Halloween costume that we've ever done, but that doesn't mean I have to keep the shoes forever. I've said it a lot over the years that decluttering your house can actually declutter your mind too, and that's what I'm doing right now. There's no need to hold on to things that you just don't need anymore, like random koozies or screen protectors for phones you don't even have anymore. Either way, clean out the stuff that serves no purpose in your life and just move on. Whether they have good memories, bad memories, or you're completely neutral to them. If they serve no purpose for you, why hold on to them? But anyway, that's my bit of advice for you guys today is if you really just don't see the point in having something anymore, toss it, get rid of it, recycle it, donate it, whatever you gotta do, just get it out. Life is short and your well-being is too important to let the clutter weigh it down. We're about to empty this diaper box, so that means it's time to fill it up again. Hi, my name is Abby, and I fill up diaper boxes with clutter of things that don't make sense for us to keep. Today's box is starting off with my husband's clothes. He picked them out, I'm just filling the box. These shorts used to be pants until he made them into Daisy Dukes one day. A party bus may have been involved with this. For the last 3 years, our house has had a very strong one box in, one box out rule. That means that every good sized box that enters our home must be filled with clutter on its way out. After I had my first baby and was battling postpartum depression and anxiety, I just started decluttering one day out of nowhere, and it literally changed everything. I found that the more I got rid of, the cleaner my house was, the better I felt. When you declutter your house, you declutter your mind, and then you declutter your life. And when I say I fill every box, I mean I fill it. I've never had a box that I couldn't fill. When there's room left over and I can fill it with more stuff, I just go around my house and dig into areas that I haven't checked for a while. It is truly amazing the amount of random stuff you'll find that you can easily get rid of when you actually take the time to look. But anyway, I'm probably sharing too much information with you guys, but you live and you learn, so learn from me. I saw a comment today that someone said, although they loved the method of one box in, one box out decluttering, they would never use it for boxes such as diapers or consumables. They said they'd have nothing left to get rid of at that point. And although I understand what this person is thinking, I just want to point out the fact that if you don't have anything to get rid of, then you don't have to get rid of anything. I personally love using diaper boxes or consumables boxes because it helps me stay ahead of the clutter. With 2 very young kids, my house is in a constant cycle of chaos. When that chaos inevitably slows down at some point, then maybe I won't declutter as much because we won't have as many things going in and out. If you're concerned about the level of decluttering and feeling like you don't have enough stuff to use this method, don't worry, just use your best judgment. There have been plenty of Amazon boxes that we've pitched and not used this method for because they weren't durable or they weren't good enough size. So don't think too hard, just do what's right for you. Let's declutter random junk from my house. You know what I like to say, one box in, one box out. We got that before we got a grill and we never ended up using it. Now we have a Blackstone and there's no point in keeping that. This is a piece of decor that I probably shouldn't have gotten in the first place because we didn't use it that long and I wasn't in love with it, if I'm being honest. Some old curtains that we used for years, but we did upgrade to better ones and that's why I don't need them anymore. And these are some old dresses that I really don't remember getting and they probably aren't even mine, to be honest. And now some more of my husband's old clothes that just don't fit him anymore. I know I probably seem like a hoarder at this point, but honestly, we just have a lot of stuff in storage and packed into closets that we kind of forget about. So every now and then I'll just pick a new drawer or closet to go through and start digging out old things that we just don't need to keep. I got this dream catcher a long time ago when I was decorating our very first nursery, and I was holding on to it for sentimental reasons, but then I thought about it and I'm like, why? Not everything has to be sentimental if you don't want it to be. Take it from me, if the clutter is piling up, that's a big sign it's time to start letting go. Today I'm decluttering things from my closet that don't make sense for me to keep. I got these dresses from Halara, and even though I love that brand, these ones just don't fit me. I promise I tried to return them. Oh, and this dress makes me feel like a big old bubble gum. I do love hats, but these ones I'm just not a big fan of. Now let's look at this drawer full of things that haven't fit me in a long time. And you know, I've never really been a shorts girly, and I probably never will be. If they're not biker shorts, I just never feel comfortable wearing them. Now I really do love Halara, and I actually have several dresses that I'm obsessed with. But I don't think these dresses specifically are meant for busty girls. But I am bummed out because I was really looking forward to this style. But I think I found a friend of mine who's willing to take them off of my hands. Along with this maternity dress I never got a chance to wear. And you know, one of these hats was actually from my honeymoon, but it just didn't fit very well, so I don't really feel the need to hang on to it. There is not a chance that I will ever be a crop top girly, so this can go. I actually found this pair of pants in my drawer when I was going through it, and it just reminded me of a really bad time time, so I don't ever want to wear them again. If something ever brings up a bad memory, there is absolutely no reason for you to keep it. I used to feel really guilty getting rid of things because it felt like I was wasting money. But then I realized I was forcing myself to hold on to that pain, which was only holding me back. And that is not a good enough reason to live through the clutter. This isn't just any old restock video. This is a sign that there's more decluttering to do. Clutter is never ending, especially in the trenches of parenthood. So every time I empty one of these boxes, it means there's more potential to declutter. I swear, I'm not actually a hoarder, but you might think otherwise when you watch my decluttering videos. And you'd be surprised at how much stuff you can get rid of when you actually take the time to look. Just try my method of one box in, one box out. I'm not gonna lie to you, decluttering a home takes a lot of effort. And for most of us who do struggle with clutter, it is not easy to get rid of it. And that's why a long time ago, I implemented the one box in, one box out rule for my family. I have 2 very small children, so I have a lot of diaper boxes that come in and out of this house. Whether you use diaper boxes like me, Amazon boxes, or literally anything else. This method is so easy, and it honestly changed my life. A few years ago, on a random weekday, I just picked up a diaper box and I decided to fill it with random crap that I needed to get rid of. I couldn't tell you what exactly made me grab the diaper box, but I knew that decluttering was at the top of my priorities because it just had to be done. My house was crazy, I was so overwhelmed, and I didn't know what else to do. To this day, it still shocks me at how many people it resonated with. But it just goes to show how much decluttering can make a difference in someone's life. And people always ask me, how are you still decluttering? And this is my response. I'm in a crazy season of life, and it can be lonely, it can be chaotic, but I know I'm not alone. I used to hold on to everything, and then kids came into the picture, and I realized I need more space for them. And I started realizing that the stuff was just not as important anymore. One of the cabinets in our kitchen is getting a little out of hand, so let's declutter. This is kind of like a junk drawer, Lazy Susan, so go easy on me. Okay, now let me preface this. We do have a nice cabinet for our glassware and things like that, but this is where we tend to put our plastic cups and water bottles and random junk like a phone case, apparently. This cute little cup was a birthday gift from a dear friend of mine, and I love it, but I haven't used it in a while. Oh, and does anybody remember when everybody had blender bottles? Well, here's mine that I haven't used in like 3 years. I feel like it was blender bottles before Stanley's, and I really don't think I'm going to miss either of these. Oh, and some random freebie cups that probably no one needs. Oh, and this little cup was a gift once, and I can't even tell you who gave it to me. I promise you, it is okay to let go of gifts if you don't use them. Like the Starbucks cup, my husband gave it to me for Christmas one year, and although I love it, it's just not big enough to hold my normal coffee. And speaking of my husband, this is his cup, and he gave me permission to declutter this. I know it can be really hard sometimes to let go of things because we have attachments to them for whatever reason. Or maybe we're convinced we might need it later. Or maybe we keep things because of some funny memories. Side note, whoever goes through this box is going to be very surprised. But anyway, if you feel like your house or your life is getting a little too chaotic and you feel like you might want to declutter, just remember that progress is progress, no matter how small your steps are. If you're feeling overwhelmed because your house is a mess and you feel like you just can't keep up, then I have something you might want to try. Trust me when I say I'm not always consistent, but I do have a rule of one box in, one box out. Diaper boxes are my bread and butter when it comes to decluttering, but I've used other boxes too. A messy or a cluttered home can increase your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. And when your stress levels are high, everything feels way harder than it needs to be. Just to let you in on a little bit of what I'm experiencing, this is the time of year when I typically feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do, there's so many people to see, so much money to spend, and truthfully, I feel like I can't keep up. When I see the clutter in my house, the things that aren't being used, the things that I really haven't decided if I even want anymore, it reminds me that it was all once money in my pocket, and that is the hardest pill to swallow. The moral of this story is that decluttering is not easy, and for most of us, it never will be. It takes time, energy, and acceptance. And this method is not a one-size-fits-all. It has taken me years to figure out what works for me, and I know that if you try it, you'll have to figure out what works for you. But the first step is trying. And remember, progress is progress, no matter how small your steps are. But that's all for this box. Follow along for more decluttering tips. A few years ago, I decluttered a bunch of cosmetics, and it's time to do it again. Most, if not all of them, came from various subscription boxes, and these ones are no different. And please don't get me wrong, I have not signed up for any subscription boxes since. So these are all at least a few years old at this point, and they were hiding in the back of a closet. Lately, I've seen quite an uptick in ads for subscription boxes, the fabulous fun types, and I have to remind myself they actually did more harm than good for me because they made my house that much more chaotic. Although they might be exciting and fun, these types of subscription boxes are not purchasing with intention. Sure, you might get discounts with them for items that you never would have purchased in the first place, so in the end, it is actually a waste of money. I can't even tell you how many items I've decluttered unused from boxes just like that. Plus, I have pretty dry and sensitive skin, so I don't really want to go through and try every single one of these. Some might be good and that's great, but I already have what I know and like right now, so trying all these different ones is actually kind of scary. So if this resonates with you and you have a stash of cosmetics that you'll likely never use, maybe it's time for you to get rid of them too. And it's okay to quit the subscriptions.